Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day is the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
Yeah.
The bacon is sizzling.
Had to restart the computer, so it happens. But we're ready to go. Testing. Test, testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1689 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. Ooh, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and ye all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio.
He's heating up!
We are ready to jump into it. So remember, if you have not yet joined the Swole fam, check us out, swolenormousx.com. You can also catch the podcast streams every single day, of course, on the Daily Swole channel on YouTube and Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Cash me live with the Swole fam every day on YouTube at the Daily Swole. And remember, also, this is coming up on the Swole New Year party. Now that's going to be on December the 30th, but tomorrow's episode is priority access. So for members only, do not miss tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, and we will see you all there. Let's see. We're going to jump right into some questions in a moment. Oh, I'm a little bit zoomed in there. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. A little bit too popped in. Hey, Papa? All right, let's nut this beach. Let's get into the beginning of this episode. We got some your resolutions. Let's open this nut and let's see what's going down, fam. What'd you smash today? Drop in the comments and put some respect on it. What'd you smash? Drop in the comments. There we go. Hashtag FYR, fuck your resolutions. And Leo, you lush. Get help, Leo. Get help. It's a Sunday night. You can put the champagne down. You can put down the fucking champagne, you raging alcoholic. Okay, let's get into some questions. Oh, my goodness. All right, so we'll be here for a bit. We'll take some questions, whatever comes through. We got some questions from Instagram, and you can drop your question in the comments below. Hashtag FYR, hashtag yo resolutions. Let me see if I can get that a little bit sharper. I might have to move that forward a little bit. Let's see if I can do it with my foot. There we go. And still pulling on the nut. There we go. It was still getting the nut. It was still over focusing on the nut. But we got it now. All right. So excellent. Fantastic. So, all right, let's get into some questions today. If you got questions, you could drop them in the comments below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And we'll get to those. Let me see here. Let me make that one available. Drop your questions. There we go. Drop your question in the comments down below. So we'll get started with some Instagram.
What's in the box?
We got an Instagram post, so let's check that out. And if you got questions, you could drop them in the comments starting right now. This one's from Jason Coulter. Coulter. Jaron, not Jason. Jaron. 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 I've never heard that name before. I guess it can stay. I guess you can stay.
Yow.
We'll keep you around. My favorite muscle building meat.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
A hobo's dick cheese. My favorite muscle building meat. Drop yours in the comments below. Grass-fed beef and bacon. That's pretty much my diet. Everyone's like, Papa Swolio, do a full day of eating. Beef liver and grass-fed beef. Skirt steak, ribeye is my fave. Pastured eggs. I just love animal products. Grass-fed beef, baby. Grass-fed beef. That's my choice. That's my choice. That's what I says. That's what I says. And I'm sticking to it. All right. So remember, if you got a question, drop in the comments. What's your favorite muscle building meat? Ladies, come. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Careful. Careful. Josh, salmon and pork. I'm going to start bringing that L back. Salmon and pork. If you're not going to use the L, don't even put it in there. Like, seriously, if you're not going to use a fucking letter, why are you going to put it in there? Lamb and beef. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Grass-fed beef all day, every day. Yay. Making a rib roast this week. Very nice, Maven. Let's see. Chicken, Eric. All right, chicken. You not on that grass-fed beef train, bro? Maybe not yet. Once you go beef, you never go back. That's what they say. All right, we got another one. Let's get another.
What's in the box?
This one's from Instanate8. We've had one from Instanate8 before. Instanate8. If I went to the gym, Papa Swolio, just on the weekends and did yoga throughout the week, would I still get gains? Well, yeah. Will I still get gains? Depends. It all depends. Really. It all depends. It all depends. It depends on where your starting point is. If you're brand new to training and you start training twice a week, yeah, you're going to gain from not training at all to gain training twice a week. Are you going to see gains long term? Is it going to be enough volume? My answer would be no. Training just twice a week isn't enough. It will be from 0 to wherever you plateau. You can get a lot of gains training only twice a week, but you're going to get more adaptations from mobility and from yoga, which is fantastic too. So don't get me wrong. You're going to make gains, or you can make gains. It's just not ideal because you're going to have limited amount of volume you're going to be able to put on your body during the week, which will affect how much muscle you can build long term. But from someone who's starting off, sure, you can make gains. Sure, you do an upper body, lower body train. It's going to be longer workouts, more volume, but upper, lower. You can't do total 2 days in a row. You could, but I would say do an upper body day and a lower body day. But there's just limited outcome. Why do that? Why? You're saying if. Should you? Not in my experience. The yoga 5 days a week is great, man. That's 5 days a week of yoga. Hey, all right, I'll take it. I'm not complaining there. If your goal, if your focus is more, I would just say do another day. If you can only get to a gym twice a week, then go to the gym on the weekends and do 1 day of home training or something. There's 3 days, or do 2 days a week. I would recommend that. There's different ways to do it. I would have to know that. If, that's kind of vague though. Nate, it's kind of vague. Kind of vague. If. Well, what are your other options, and what are your goals? What's your idea of outcome? What's your intended outcome? What are you trying to accomplish? What do you want, eh? What do you want? What's in the box? What's in the box? Papa wants to know what's in the box. How we got? Are we lit? Oh, we're lit. Oh, we're lit. Oh, I'm lit up. Nice. I'm lit up. Nice. No nip Sunday. Well, Bruce, I only wear, you got some swole privilege. You know me. You know me. I only wear shirts when I'm not wearing anything underneath. Make sure the nips are always free. Now you say you're covering the nips. No, they're free. They're under the shirt. I'm wearing nothing. I only wear a shirt when I'm not wearing anything underneath. And when it's Swolenormous apparel. Those are the rules. Have I broken those rules? Have I worn a shirt that's not Swolenormous apparel? Yes, I have. Am I proud of it? Yes, I'll do what I want. Yeah, I'll do what I want. That's fucking bullshit. Calm down, Falcon. Calm down. She's protected by the card. Woke ass Tess. Damn beesh. Absolute goddamn beesh. Michael Miller. What are the benefits or purpose doing stomach vacuums? Awesome for your transverse abdominis. Great for your core stabilizer muscles. Excellent for those, for supporting your spine. Great core activation. You know, that's true bodybuilding. That's true bodybuilding. You never want to leave any muscle undertrained, whether it's deep or superficial, anywhere. And the huia. Gary Metzger, what's up? If I went to the gym every day, where's my text? If I went to the gym every day for 1 hour or less and trained one body part per day, is that too much rest between exercises? You mean between training the same part again, between subsequent training? So if you went to the gym every day, you did chest on Monday, is 1 week too long? You can build muscle. There's some people that say, well, if you're a natural lifter, you have to train every other day. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit, because I used to train body parts once per week. I made tons of gains. It's amazing because you crush the muscles. You provide tons of overload. I don't think it's necessarily ideal for most people, however. It's definitely possible, and everyone's different. For some people, it might not be enough. It might not be enough. Maybe you need to train each muscle twice a week. It depends. When you first start training, you should be training muscles more frequently. Less volume, more frequency. And then you start increasing the volume, you decrease the frequency. So I don't want to say it is too much or too little. I would have to see the whole split, know where your starting point is, what your goals are, everything else. But again, 7 pillars are important. It's not just the training. It's not that simple. It's also the nutrition. Nutrition has to be on point. Can you train X amount and then get gains? Sure, but it has to be, the nutrition has to be providing you the tools to rebuild and to repair in a certain way. Not only that, you have to be making sure that you're training hard enough and properly enough to stimulate the growth and the repair that you're requiring. Just going to the gym or just going to do chest doesn't mean you're doing it enough to stimulate growth. It's very simple, but it's also not. And most people don't have the patience to work through those nuances of training, and they give up too easily. Shocker, most people give up too easy. Ooh. Yeah, that's a ton of volume. I used to do that much. Yeah, I used to just do like a chest day. I don't think like that anymore. I'll do, I mean, now when I do, for example, if I'm training at home and I do a chest day, the chest day has a lot of triceps. It's more of a push day, essentially. It's more of an upper body push day because I do like ring dips and stuff. You're getting triceps and anterior deltoid like crazy when you do that. So it's more of an upper body push day, but I focus it on chest. But I don't shy away from doing tricep exercise or muscles that, or you're going to hit, even if you're doing just chest, you're going to get your triceps in there. You're going to get your anterior deltoid. It's not like you're isolating your chest 100%. You're not going to do that. It's not going to be completely isolated. Most of them exercises you're going to do for your chest are compound movements. They're working multiple joints. You're working your triceps because, the muscles that cross the elbow, in addition to shoulder joint, shoulder girdle. Let's see. Hiram, Papa Swolio is progressing from using 10 to 20 pounds too much in the 90-day dash. No. Are you hitting the rep ranges still? Are you still within the rep ranges? That's fine. Repeating the program and leveling it up, you can do increased volume. You could also do increased resistance. So that's totally fine. It's not too much. Progressing is good. So if your form is suffering and you're not accomplishing the target repetitions, if you're trying to get 10 to 15 and you're only getting 4, then yeah, that's too much of a jump. Some exercises might be more appropriate. That's kind of a blanket. I mean, on what exercise? Progressing from using 10s or 20s, what exercise? If you're doing a prone press, that's going to be impossible for you to do it with 20 pounds properly. 10 pounds is too much. Really, you should be doing 2.5, 5 pounds and decreasing the incline rather than going up in weight. So for example, it depends on the exercise. Let's see. Maven, with the lack of an abductor machine, how can I work those muscle groups at home? Oh, for the inner thigh, sumo squats, you can do things like kettlebell swings. You can also do things like windmills are excellent. Side lunges. You can also do, what was I going to say? You can also do curtsy lunges are good. If you're trying to get more abduction, lateral tube walks, bands, booty bands, you can get the booty bands, you can get the lateral or the elastic bands for lateral tube walking, ankle weights for glutes for inner and outer thigh. You can put ankle weights on and do splits in a supine position. There's a lot of them. A lot of good stuff there. And you can also put a foam roller or a pad or a pillow or something between your thighs when you're doing squats and squeeze and get a nice adduction, like an isometric adduction while you're doing a squat. Those are great for skier squats. You can also get those booty bands and put them like just above your knees, those thick ones. And you could do, let's say, a goblet squat while you're doing resisted abduction, which are nasty monkey exercises. Those are filthy beaches, aren't they? Filthy beaches.
Who told you eat my cookies?
All right.
I don't know how to put this.
This goes out to all of you, fam.
But I'm kind of a big deal.
No, you are. You're kind of a big deal. You. What's up, Eric? Papa Swolio, have you ever used fat bells or center mass bells? Wondering about getting those instead of kettlebells. Oh, the ones where it has like a circle? I don't see how I would. Have I ever used them? They just seem like dumbbell. I mean, kind of, because I have power blocks. Power blocks are grabbing in the center too. Center mass bells. I haven't used them personally, but I don't see that being useful more than getting a kettlebell. Because you're going to be able to do a lot more mobility stuff and power training than with a kind of dumbbell or a fat bell. It's completely different. I just feel like with dumbbells, a much better, for me, move was to get the kettlebells. I haven't used them though, so I'm not going to judge, but it seems much more like a dumbbell than anything else. But if you don't have kettlebells, dude, get kettlebells. Those are awesome. All right, so we got this.
What's in the box?
Love you too. You got King of the Hill there.
Well, I'll be damned.
All right, so we got this one from Nivedita Art. Nivedita Art 24. All right, whatever. All right. She writes, Papa Swolio, how to stop ordering junk food.
Matt Damon.
You stop ordering junk food. You delete the apps. You delete all that stuff from your, just eliminate all that. I mean, how to stop. Like, I want to know more context. Delete the apps, delete the numbers, block them. I mean, you just stop. It's really the easiest, and it's the easiest solution. It's not going to be something romantic. How to stop? Oh, there's not a magic solution. You just don't do it. You create better habits. You make your own food. You don't surround yourself with people that are going to be eating that kind of crap. Yeah. How do you stop ordering junk food? You just stop. All right. You just stop. Copycat. Papa Swolio, so I'm removing from breaking a couple metatarsals, and my doctor wants me to start strengthening my ankles. What exercises would you suggest? I mean, are you cleared for any kind of activity? Strengthen your ankles, yoga. yoga. Of course, you could do single leg balance exercise and get some of those, an RX pad or something, and challenge your stability. Maybe, I don't know where you live, but walking on sand, walking on the beach is great. So I would work on balance exercise and yoga. Stability mats are great. You can do like single leg balance, like a lot of the stuff that we do inside X and some of the stuff that's coming. Single leg balance exercises are just fantastic. So an RX pad is good because it's a hard foam. It's a mid-range foam, so it gives you a little bit of instability, but allows you to control it, which will strengthen your ankle. So if you're cleared for exercise, check out an RX pad or any of those like balance pads, and also yoga is fantastic. In addition to standard corrective, I can't explain all the corrective exercise here, but just make sure you're doing glute activation too. Single leg or hip bridges, lateral tube walking, all that's important because if you broke an ankle, you hurt your ankle, you've been walking and compensating differently for months or a long time, even if you had surgery or something. I don't know what your situation is, but that's going to be something that you've been dealing with. So your hips are going to be deactivated. You're probably walking improperly and certain muscles are underworked. So you have to fire those back up. Fire them back up. Is it that easy, Papa? It's like telling a sexaholic to stop having sex. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's a very simple solution. I mean, easy is relative, but is it simple? Yeah, you just don't do it. So get therapy, get professional help, get therapy, read books like that help you create better habits, remove those temptations from your life, remove the apps, delete phone numbers, X, Y, and Z, read some quality habit building books, like Atomic Habits, books that help you build small incremental habits, remove yourself from environments. I mean, it's a process, easy, simple, two different things. But yeah, it is. You just don't eat fast food. Doing elimination diets, surrounding yourself with people that are inspired to improve their health. That's why the Swole fam crushes it. We got a question from,
What's in the box?
I don't know. These buttons working. Mike Mountford on Instagram got an issue with motivation. How do you get into the mind frame of wanting to change? Well, you do it. You have an issue with motivation. So does everyone. I'm not motivated to work out all the time, but I do it. So it has nothing to do with motivation. It really doesn't. That's just that's an excuse to not do it. Oh, I don't feel like doing it. Good. You're not going to. Assume you're not going to. Assume you're not going to feel like it. And then you do it anyway. It really helps to understand why you want to change. If you want it bad enough, you'll do it. People save for a PS5 that have no money. It's like, how do you get a PlayStation 5 if you're broke? It's because people prioritize the stupidest shit. Fact. So if you want to do it, then you set yourself up to do it. You remove all the crap out of your environment. So mowing your lawn every single week on Friday, we have our FEF episode. So when it comes down to FEF, that's locking down your community. That's making sure that you are deleting people from your social media, from your phone, deleting anything that is not serving you and providing you value. You cut friends out. You know, when I say friends, you cut acquaintances, people in your circle that are not on the same page as you. It's mowing your lawn. You take out the trash. You're cleaning your closet, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're removing shit. You're customizing your environment. If you have shitty things in your environment, guess what's going to happen? You're going to relapse right back into it. So you have to change your environment, change the people that you surround yourself with. And when it comes to motivation, you're not going to feel like it. Rarely are you going to feel like it, especially at the beginning, because it's going to be a stress. It's uncomfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. Eventually you'll learn to love it. And if not, then don't do it. Like, if you want the results, you do it. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. Do you want the results? Yes. Well, build the discipline, fucking do it. Surround yourself with people that are also doing it so you get inspired. And that's what it is. You don't need motivation, you need inspiration. There you go. People find the money to buy Starbucks every day, but yet can't afford a gym membership. I wonder why.
Matt Damon.
Oh, Starbucks. And not to mention, why are you buying crap coffee? Let's see here. We got a question from...
What's in the box?
What we got? What we got? Caleb Kiernan. Papa Swolio, should I be using pasta as a source of carbs? I'm bulking and eat plain noodles a lot. That's not my first choice. If I'm going to have carbs or anything like that, I would lean more towards, personally, I would lean more towards sweet potatoes or white rice, but I've been minimizing my intake of those carbs as well. For me, I've just been doing more fruit lately, but if I were to have carbs, my choice, my preference classically has been sweet potatoes. I wouldn't be sucking down that type of wheat products, but that's just my personal take on it. Of course it's cheap, but crazy fucking bloating, crazy bloating. That's just causes so many people so many problems. Carbs are addictive though. Carbs are addictive, especially the processed ones that trigger those receptors. But carbs are definitely an addiction for a lot of people. But usually it's what you're putting all over it. People that like pasta, they put butter on it. Of course, you like butter, healthy fats. You like the quality fats. People love fats. You put some grass-fed butter all over it, of course. Shoe leather would taste good. So a lot of times people like a food because of what they put on the food. But you said you eat plain noodles a lot. So just give them some context for anyone else that eats pasta, but that's a common thing to bloat. Personally, I would opt more for sweet potatoes myself if you tolerate those. Pasta makes me feel like a bloated manatee. Yeah. Let's see. Question. Is Tessie working out with you? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Well, she lost the weight. We sent her to fat camp. So she lost it, but then she came back woke as fuck. She came back woke as fuck, dyed her hair. So now she's trying to get me to be a fat ally. I'm not having it. So I'm telling her to go fuck your resolutions. She went to fat camp before resolution season. Well, in resolution season, but before January. It's technically before resolution season. We're preparing for resolution season by saying fuck your resolutions, but we got Tessie to lose the weight. But she came back rainbow. Woke as fuck. I know. Thanks for the super chat. Multifaceted. Read The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Cool. Thank you for the super chat. Spank you, spank you. Let's see here. I would check it out. It's geared towards writers, but applied to anything in life where people self-sabotage. That's one of the biggest things this whole year. 2020, the Swole fam's been crushing it. And over on TikTok too, I've been just reading and replying to all these posts where people are losing. I mean, how many of you inside the Swole, how many of you watching? You've seen amazing progress. You've lost weight or built muscle. You've improved your mobility. You focused on areas of your fitness that have been lacking. I know a lot of people, they didn't have a lot of equipment. They got blindsided earlier this year. They didn't see the trends coming and they got stuck without equipment. But if you're focusing on mobility, you could use this past year as just a life-changing experience, focusing on yoga more than you ever have before. It's easy to get into a rut. It's easy. That's why I've been challenging myself and not using a barbell. It's nice. It's a nice change. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, like a puzzle. It's an opportunity to focus on areas of your life that you haven't been focusing on. A lot of people went all in and started focusing more than ever on their health and went all in on that and saw amazing progress. And some people wanted to justify the quarantine 15. And man, I saw a post. I saw this fat positivity post. This person, I guess, it looks like she gained like 100 pounds before and after, just completely let it all go. And I guess just changed her hashtag and like, I guess, you know what? I'm just going to eat everything and then become a fat positive model or plus size. I'm like, you are a virtue signaling chundergunch.
Matt Damon.
I don't get it. I don't get the excuse.
Go fuck yourself.
You know, you have a year where everyone's in the same boat. rarely, if ever, happens during someone's lifetime where everyone is dealing with the same kind of crap. Everyone's dealing with the vid. Everyone's dealing with these kinds of shutdowns in all these different countries. It's a hot mess. A lot of people are really having a rough time, but a lot of people are using it as just an excuse. People that have the finances, people that have the ability, people that have the space, people that have the knowledge, people that have the access. For you to justify gaining weight because of it, you're full of shit. You're just making an excuse. Oh, it's my quarantine body. I'm so happy my body got me through a pandemic. It's like you're a whiny, weak-willed cunt. That's what you are. And no, you don't deserve a pat on the back for surviving. For surviving? Why are some people, pretty much everyone in our community, why is everyone crushing it? Why is everyone crushing it? And even if you fell off or had a struggle, mentally you're on point. The mental game, your mindfulness is what's going to carry you through. That's what's going to carry you through. It's mindfulness. It's pillar number 6. That's what's going to keep your head focused and your mindset focused and your thoughts in the right place. Otherwise, it's easy to fall off. If you don't have your mental game on, that's why brain gains are so important. Focusing on your shit, blocking out the noise, your community, all 7 pillars are important. But why are so many people crushing it this year? Why did so many people crush it this year? Jessica, I'm so sick of people's excuses. Get up and move your ass, eat what you're supposed to eat, and shut up. I lost 150 pounds in less than 2 years. You have to change every aspect of your life.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Damn straight. I think that last sentence says it all right there, Jessica. You have to change every aspect of your life. How many people are willing to change every aspect of their life? Very few. I think all of them are here. I think all of them are here.
Yeah.
I think all the people that are willing to change, no, but that's what it takes. It really does. So when someone asks me, how do I build muscle fast? Or how do I get to, they're only looking at one aspect. They're only looking at one pillar. Literally, what's the best exercise for this? Do you have a good workout program? Do you have a good workout routine? Okay, fine. Most of the questions I get, seriously, very rarely does anyone ask me about, people ask about recovery. When should I take a rest day? Is one rest day a week okay? Is a rest day okay? It's just not in the, so let's give recovery. That's in third place. It's pillars 2, 3, and 4 are the only things I get questions about. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I get questions about everything, but the majority is nutrition and training. Sometimes people are saying, how do I get my parents to take care of their health? How do I get my sister? How do I get my husband, my wife? So that's community. But most of the questions about gym, like about an exercise, nothing wrong with a nutrition question, nothing wrong with a training question. It's just people think they ask a question as if that answer will be what they're looking for. Like that's what they need to get the progress they want. They're trying to get bigger and they're asking, hey, what about incline versus flat? It's like, fucking do them both. I know it's a good-hearted question and it's not a bad question even in itself. But when those questions get asked in the context, when I dig deeper, it's like, yo, you shouldn't even be concerned anywhere close to that question. Most of the questions that people ask are just because they're exposed to too much information. People get paralyzed by too much information. There's so much out there. And there's so many people on fucking Instagram and TikTok and YouTube that post training shit. You get exposed to weight and information is not knowledge. Okay. And I'm not saying it's better to have less information, but in some cases it is. Because if you have less information, you know there's a barbell and you know you need to eat more food. It's like you're going to fucking gain weight and muscle. You just train, you know the basics. If you crush the basics, you're going to see more progress. And if you get so fancy and you're trying to mix your little shakes and have this as an intro workout and this as a post workout and this as a pre-workout and this as a morning thing and this is what I take at night and then this, most people worry themselves to death about the kind of fringe bullshit and they don't have the fundamentals. Trust me, I know. I've taken supplements. All right. I've taken all the powders and shit like that. I know. I used to suck that stuff down. I also used to be a lot more bloated and my gains weren't, there was extra to get rid of the density, the maturity, the just extra bloating and softness and just aspects of my wellness that wasn't being taken care of. It depends on what your goals are, but a lot of people just want the superficial ones and the aesthetics, and okay, but long term, you're going to realize potentially when it's too late, if you only go after the looks, the aesthetics, you can easily miss out on some major aspects of longevity and overall wellness. Because just because you have muscle and you look ripped doesn't mean you don't have constant joint pain. Doesn't mean you're not gonna have major issues when you're older with moving. A lot of these people that are just training hard all the time and just trying to be shredded and lean and take all this crap, they're going to be paying the price with their health in many aspects later on. You know, just because you might be able to have abs or stay lean and eat crap food, your body still has to deal with it. You're still absorbing all that garbage into your system. Long term. Kashina, what yoga pose would you suggest to do to help open up the hips? All of them. What do you mean open up the hips? Like in what way? Pigeon pose? I mean, all the names, like all of them. Anything with the hips. I mean, obviously. Do the yoga classes. Do the yoga for the hips. Like what yoga pose? No yoga pose is just isolated. It's never just like, oh, do this one. Every single pose in yoga are modifications of movements of the body, whether it's external rotation or internal rotation or combinations, you know, contralaterally or bilaterally. You have, you know, let's say flexion with external rotation, flexion with internal. You have all these different positions from different joints. So it's all related. And they're all just like either modifications as less challenging to more challenging to deeper to more, you know, putting your leg over your head and all that stuff. So it depends on what you mean, but definitely jump into all those specific hips classes because those are going to target the hip flexors and the adductors, abductors, all that. Stephanie, my husband loves dairy products, even though it makes him break out. Oh yeah, it's really common with dairy. Can't get him to quit. He can drink a gallon of milk. Ugh. I mean, if you're getting grass-fed milk or raw milk and stuff, some people can tolerate dairy better than others, obviously. But a lot of that's just extra sugar and probably pasteurized or low quality. I mean, just because it's dairy and you can tolerate it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be avoiding the standard crap from sick animals in the store, unless you're getting from like a farm or you're getting raw milk or goat milk and things like that. Different options. Hiram, speaking of recovery, can the 3-day awareness program be used to deload between rounds? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. You could do primer week. You could do primer week as well. You could do swollen sevens or just do yoga for a week. You can also, for example, as you'll learn, one of the we'll talk about on the 30th for the new program release, but you can do some of the new programming because it's no equipment based. So it's for people with no equipment. And then it kind of progresses into like a little bit of minor equipment that most of you have, but those are for people that have been members for a while. So it's a whole, all levels, no equipment program. So that would be great as well. So swollen sevens, the mobility, you can do like 2 or 3 swollen sevens, for example, do like a dumbbell one. I wouldn't really do it. I mean, deloading, you could do that, or mobility or repair. So yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. The awareness programs are great. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to get built out. I'm super stoked. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked for the 30th. I can't wait. Just did a bunch of filming today. Like it's going to be some long days coming up, but when we release it, it's going to be fucking fire.
He's heating up.
It's going to be fire. Let's see here. Ray Lopez, does the sun really cause skin cancer? Well, I'm sure it does. Some people are going to be more susceptible to it than others. I mean, I'm not an expert on that, but I don't like using sunblock, sunscreen, all those chemicals and crap. You want to get the rays of the sun. The thing is, you just need to step out of the sun. So if you go in the sun, you know when you're in the sun, when you get that like hot and you're like, okay, you know that feeling when you're, okay, you can feel it. You can feel when you've had your dose. So if you go out in the sun for 10, 15 minutes, all you got to do is go back in the shade or go back inside for another 10, 15 minutes, cool off a little bit, then go back in the sun. You don't need sun. That's my opinion. You don't need sunblock. Just go out for a little bit. And then after, when your skin kind of starts to get a little bit, hot, where you're like, okay, I'm ready to, it depends on where you are in the world, of course, but that feeling of you're going to get burned, or if you're like starting to cook a little bit, you just cool off and then go back out again once your body cools. That's what I like to do. I don't like to put that kind of junk on. But again, not a lot of people want to, okay, wear a hat or a big hat that blocks from the sun, but that's what people do. You put on like when you're in the desert, that's why they wear all the big robes and stuff, because it blocks you from the sun and the sand and all that crap. Let's see, Annika Skulanda. Papa Swolio, for future reference, can I add a day to the end of a week's program for a pure rest day? If I don't add one into my week, I won't take rest or will cop out on yoga days. I mean, what's it, just to not even do yoga or mobility or anything? I mean, do what you want. I mean, can you? Sure, you could do whatever you want. You could not work out again for the rest of your life. Not the answer you probably expected, but you can do whatever you want. Sure. Look, these are all parameters. There's nothing that says, like someone asked before, hey, can I just do each body part once per week? Sure. I know, because I've done it. And a lot of people do it. There's, the bro split. It works. If you're overloading the muscles and you get enough time recovering, you're getting enough nutrition, sleep, like it works. You'll build muscle. You can build a lot of muscle doing body parts once per week. I know, because I've done it. Is it ideal? It depends on the person. It depends on the mindset. Some people like to go into a gym and just focus on one thing. Can it leave you at risk or susceptible or vulnerable to injury or overloading or not getting enough stimulation? Sure, but you don't know until you try it. Most people just don't want to train a certain way for months and months and months to see if, did it work? It takes patience. Your body, it takes a long time to adapt. So sure. I mean, if that works best for you, you want to do an 8-day cycle, look, you can do whatever you want. If that's ideal for you and you love it, it's your life, right? Can you? Sure. Maybe that'll make your progress 10x, right? So more often than not, it's like, who am I to say, no, you can't do that? It's like, sure, you can. And guess what? If you try it and you love it, cool, keep doing it. If you try it and it sucks, then don't do it anymore. But if you do a ton of exercise, usually say, hey, no days off, do yoga, do mobility. But some people just train like so hard. It's not always a bad thing just to give, you do maybe a little foam rolling, a little mobility, like bait. It's always good to move a little bit, like just sit around, a complete rest day, when you can't bend and move a little bit. That's why I say you could just do a Swollen 7, do 10 minutes of mobility. That still counts. Like you're still doing it. You're still moving. I always find it weird. Oh, can I just you really have to just like sit on the couch and not move at all? Just like there's no need to just not move. You can't take 10 minutes to move a little bit. Just seems silly. I know what you mean. Scrolling. Oh, I'm missing a bunch. Let's see here. Matt Damon. All right, let's take a couple more. Let's see here. Mr. Sandman. Yes. Bring me some gains. Boom, 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 boom. Make it some swole. Okay. Mr. Sandman. How do you feel, Papa Swolio, about calisthenics training compared to traditional weight training? I'm going to give a Matt Damon on this one.
Matt Damon.
And I'll tell you why. It's like, how do I feel? I don't dislike the question, but how do I feel? I feel lovely about it. Like I need context. What do you mean? How do I feel about it? Compared, they are both effective. I think you should be able to do a pull-up. I think you should do push-ups. I think you should do squats. I think you should do fucking yeah. I think you should do it. Yo, have you all hit the like button? What is going on? Is that right, Maven? Hit the like button. We're going to sign off if you don't hit the like button right now. Everyone go hit the like button. Take a moment. Hit the like button, especially on YouTube. If you don't hit the like button, we're not going to get distribution. They're going to shut the channel down For sure. If they're like, all right, this guy's not even getting people watching this show, hit the like button. Makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. So, and that's a fact. If you hit the like button, YouTube will share it with more people that are subscribed. Yeah, it's a huge problem because they don't let people know that are actually subscribed to the channel. They don't let subscribers know. So it's kind of brutal. Yeah, hit the like button. Takes 2 seconds. Takes 2 seconds. When you come into the show, it's right there. It's the thumbs up. You tap that. You tap that. So let's just kind of like ballpark it. How do you feel about calisthenics training? I think it's great. Push-ups, pull-ups, squats, like blunt. Fantastic. Fantastic. Compared, why not combined? Why not do them as a program together? You can combine them. You can do weighted pull-ups. That's fantastic. I love doing pull-ups. I love it. Love me some pull-ups. All right. Last chance to get some questions in. Last chance. We'll take one or two more. Let's see what we get. We got one or two more. We got a couple more from Instagram. Kumar, any thoughts on Big Ramy? I actually just saw that on Twitter. No thoughts. No thoughts whatsoever. I was like, oh shit, I forgot the Olympia even occurred. When did that even happen? I don't follow any of that stuff. Sports or anything. I haven't watched. I could not care less. This is all, everyone's full of shit. Everyone's full of shit. Everyone's going to act like we're all just going to forget you virtue signaling pussies. I don't give a, I'm done. I've been done. I had never really watched sports or anything anyway, but I've been completely unplugged. I didn't even know they had the Olympia, to be honest. I literally saw it earlier and I was like, oh shit, when did they have that? Didn't even know. But it's cool. That's cool. It's cool. I used to watch the Olympia every year. I used to watch the Olympia every year. Let's see here. I am heating up.
He's heating up.
I'm heating up. Obviously. We know this. We know this. All right, let's get another one.
What's in the box?
All right, last chance for questions. Come on in. We got this one from Kavan Jakuba. Why is all of society such fat fucks?
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
Why is all of society such fat fucks? Why? Why is all of society such fat fucks? That's a good question. That's a good question. How about an honorable Matt Damon? Not for the question, but for all the fat fucks. How about that?
Matt Damon.
Yeah, one for the road. One for the road. Why? What do you think? What do you think, fam? Why don't you drop your thoughts in the comments? We can focus on this one for a minute. Why is this like the best question? Why is this the best question? Why is this question even exist? It's a great, great, great question. Why? Why? I would say because of money. Money and people are just we have way too many people. Way too many people. You got to feed them all. Money. And I would say probably once farming took place, once people stopped with hunting and gathering, population just exploded. So we have to produce more food to more people, which led to cutting corners and maximizing profits and maximizing production and farming practices and modifications and artificial foods. And look, we're feeding tons of people. I'm not saying everyone has enough food, but I'm saying we have a lot of food, but a lot of the food in the supermarkets, a lot of the food is a lot different than it used to be. Negatively affects our systems. And a lot of the food is in boxes. A lot of the food isn't really real food. It's just in boxes and bags and can have a shelf life and cans and stuff, plastics and all this stuff. So I don't think it's really one reason, but it's all related. And you want to make more money. You want to make food that people like to consume. So what do? You hyper flavor things. You add tons of sugar, things that your body will react to, and you get addicted to them. Sugar is intensely addictive. You don't get addicted to protein. Think about it, right? You don't get the same reaction. How many people are addicted to fat? Not so much saturated fat. People get addicted to these oils, these polyunsaturated seed oils, soybean oil and canola oil and all these things. People get really addicted to sugar. Like, oh my God, I'm so hooked on protein. I can't stop eating London broil or something. Everyone's is hooked on sugar. Finding a sugar source, finding honey, raw honey, or a fruit tree that was ripe in season, that was a more rare occurrence. That was something unique for humans. And you might have a little bit or have a lot at that one time, but it's not going to be your source of food. It's not going to be your main source of nutrition. It's not going to be something that you look for. It's not going to be satisfying. It doesn't have all the nutrients that you need. That's why anyone that's in denial that animal products and animal protein, animal food, like, for example, steak, that's not what we're supposed to be eating. Give me a break. Give me a break. There's no tribe that's out there just eating freaking leaves. Okay. They're all hunting. Why? Because you get your nutrition from an animal. That's where you're going to get your nutrition. Nose to tail, eating the organs. You got everything you need. You don't need to eat the grass. Your food ate the grass and digested it and provide the nutrients to you in their body. Circle of life. Very simple. But it hurts people's feelings and sensitivities, and we're also distanced from the life and death cycle. We're protected from death. People are in hospitals that die. You don't see them dropping dead. You don't see dead people in the street. You don't have to go and hunt and kill your own food. You watch Disney movies where the animals talk. You grow up watching animals speak like humans and have emotions and character arcs and heroic journeys like freaking like Odysseus. It's ridiculous. That's how I look at it. It's ridiculous. You're just completely separated from nature. You're completely separated. That's why you have different viewpoints socially and politically. That's why you have people that live in the Midwest or live in more rural areas. They think differently. Why? Because they're in nature. When you're in the city, you're not in nature. You're separated. You're living in a bubble. You're living in a box. When you live in the woods and the mountains and there are bears and mountain lions or shit that can eat your face and threaten threaten your family, you have different perspective on things. You got different perspective. It's different when you're in the city and it snows 3 feet and you have snow plows and you walk everywhere anyway, or you have a subway system. You don't have to be in the snow. And then if you're in the woods and you get snowed in and you're just completely buried and the nearest town is 50 miles away. I'm just saying there's all these different facets to why people make crappy decisions and how we think differently and what people try to justify as real food. Just because it's edible, just because you can put it in your mouth and swallow it doesn't mean you should. Ladies, take notes.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
No, I'm just kidding. Be smart, ladies. Be smart. Be smart. Anyway, a little rant there. Just putting some stuff out there. But again, some people digest certain foods better than others, like dairy and other things, but still want to get the best quality possible. But a great place to start is just whole food, period. Stop eating garbage food. That's debatable. Fruits and veggies are healthy. That's not a true statement. It's not a true statement. That's relative to the person. And I'm not disagreeing with what your intent by saying that is. Fruits and veggies are healthy, but they don't make up a complete nutritious diet. That's true. We need a variety of foods. Maybe. Seriously, you don't and variety of foods, not necessarily variety. It depends on the person. Some people don't eat a lot of what's considered variety. But you need the nutrients you need to survive. That's wherever they come from. You definitely need certain nutrients. Oh, but at the same time, the person that can survive on carnivore or vegan, obviously they're going to be working differently. But That's why I'm very hesitant to claim one thing is healthy. Well, to one person, it could be poisonous. One person might be able to eat something, the other person might have an allergic reaction and die, or they could have severe reactions or negative reactions, or they could have inflammation or sensitivities or poor outcomes. So just a different way to think about it. That's what we do. That's what we do in elimination diet, because you'll figure it out. I think Aaron, beat me to it. We have too much variety. I think we have too much variety. It comes out in the training. We have too much variety with things we can do physically with training, and it's distracting people from the fundamentals, from the basic human movements that they really just have to overload in focused sense. When it comes to food, I think we have way too much variety. You're not supposed to have all these foods at your fingertips. Now we do, and I'm grateful for being able to buy frozen fruit or something like that in the winter, but that's not normal time of year to have fruit. We're off. We don't match up. We're not matching up with our evolution. Variety is not necessary. And I think variety is a big reason why people overeat. They go from flavor to flavor. They go from salt to fat to, right? Salt to fat to sour to bitter to salt to fat. They just go back and forth. Salt, fat, salt, fat, salt, fat, salt, fat. You'll stuff your face. You stuff your face. Absolutely. Oh my God, you're stuffed. But then you can eat ice cream. Bullshit. Bullshit. I think there's way too much variety. You need to be consistent with your nutrition because that's what you would normally have in your environment. But that consistency, in other words, you don't need a lot of variety, but you need to be getting in the nutrients that you need for your health. And I'll tell you, when I have my beef liver, I have raw beef liver. I usually have it every day. I don't recommend this. I don't put it out there that you should do it, but this is what I do. That 2 ounces or so is more nutrition than like your whole bottle of multivitamins. You know, you're getting everything. If you're consuming foods like that. And this is in the manner that human beings can completely absorb. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, in my experience, it's not ideal for people to be consuming so many plant foods. It's just not something, maybe seasonally, maybe sometimes you wouldn't have access to certain foods, so you'd have to. I mean, that's why we're omnivores. So this is not pro or anti carnivore, for example, but we're omnivores. We're able to survive. We're able to consume different types of foods. If there isn't meat available, we can scavenge for berries and plants and tubers and whatever's in our area, which is great. That's why we're able to survive. But then this leads to production costs and like how we can produce these things. And from an evolutionary level, we have changed and modified these plants to be more resistant to all these bugs and monocropping and the quality of the plant. You know, it's just, everything's different. Everything's different from, and we're just disconnected from it. But bottom line, you got to figure out what works best for you. So I'm not telling you to avoid eating your broccoli, but I will be avoiding my broccoli, and kale can go fuck itself. So you can do what you want, but stay the hell out of my plate. Stay out of my way. Stay out of my way, beach. Let's see, Kashina, I wanted to create a reaction channel. What are we doing here? Maniacal laughter. What do you think about American Asian cuisine? So much MSG and different sauces and soy, not good, right? I mean, that's one of when people ask, hey, Papa Swole, what do you have when you cheat? Mama Swole and I, we get sushi. I prefer sashimi, but I do have a little bit of the rice. And there are sometimes like some things in there. I'm like, oh God, I hope my stomach feels all right. Every once in a while I'll have sushi and I'll be like, wasn't a good idea. I had a bunch of it when we were traveling for all those Priority Access episodes over Thanksgiving, had sushi once or twice. I had it once or twice, and I had it once when I met a friend afterwards the next day. I think we had it just more sushi in like in 1 month than I've had in the whole year probably. But yeah, what you order and what you have and the quality of it. Because you could be dipping and soaking, eating all the fried crap and noodles, and Yeah, it's not really that good. That's why I consider it cheap, but I still opt for things like sashimi and, you know, just the protein sources. I love the fish eggs. I love those. But yes, we are we adaptivores. We're adaptable, which is great, which is why we're still here on Earth, which is why we're cream of the crop on Earth right now. Cream of the crop. Papa Swole, you should do a 24-hour stream. Fuck no. A Swoleathon? I don't want to sit here for 24 hours. My ass is... I have a stool here. No, I don't want to do a 24-hour stream. Just leave it on. I'll go and do stuff and just leave it on. What would that be? 24-hour Swoleathon. All right. Well, we got a bunch of stuff. Now, I don't have it here. Make sure you follow me over on TikTok at Papa Swolio. For a charity? Yeah, most charities are scams. So, yeah. Headset and kettlebell swings. All right. Yeah. Well, it could be. Hey, we'll just be here. Just be literally a daily swole. Yeah. Well, we got a lot of great stuff coming up. I don't have the image right here, but let's see. We do have a lot of awesome stuff. We got stuff to talk about tomorrow. So we'll be taking some more questions tomorrow. Tomorrow is our accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time. I do want to remind you that Swole New Year is December 30th. So we still have to give away the Swole card. I do know. Swole Year's party, I'll be giving you the time soon. I think it's probably going to be like 4 or 6 o'clock. Probably 4 to 6. So I'll let you know. I'll update you. But on Wednesday, December 30th, so 10 days away, major releases, big stuff coming. Tomorrow's episode is Priority Access Accountability Me. We do have some releases, and we're going to talk shop, but mostly Q&A and some awesome success stories inside the fam, because the big releases are coming the following week, and I'm very stoked for it. Remember, if you got friends and family that are ready to get their shit together, tell them to head on over to Swolenormous.com and jump on the Fuck Your Resolutions specials. Let's get some Fuck Your Resolutions. Those of you that dropped an FYR in the comments, you have the potential to win today's Swole card, brought to you by these sick fucking gains. So we got hashtag FYR, hashtag fur. Amano, congratulations. There you go. There it is. Very nice. Everyone say congratulations, Amano Kurosawa. Can I say that? With an unnecessary accent? Amano Kurosawa. In a world where Amano Kurosawa really wanted a Swole card, he dropped the hashtag FYR, and lo and behold, victory was upon him. Summon the Falcon. All right, very nice. Very nice. Congratulations, Amano. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 1689 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. And yeah, that's right. Who left the fridge open? That's right. Scorcher. Oh, God, I love that movie. Everybody knows you never go full retard. All right. So Amano, email, support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 1689, and then your mailing address, body of the email, and we'll give you that Swole card. Isn't that special? Isn't that nice? I know it is. You know you liked it. But we got some big time. We got some releases coming up, fam. We got some releases. You calm your tits. I'll take that, Bish. Can you change your hair, for God fucking sake? Can we get some unicorns in the comments? Can we I'm literally going to be on her case to get her hair changed. That's way too much for me. I'm so done with this shit. Yes, I know, you little twat. Calm down. Oh, stop. Enough. At least I get to cover her up. Right? Science of woman right there. Oh, here we go, my solo. Gotta show off my piano skills here, brand new. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 1689 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast. In the film, because we're not flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Oh my god. Yeah, tomorrow is 1690. 1690. The 90 of the 16s. The 16s. Huh? One-handed. Huh. There we go. Nailed it. Oh, nailed it. Oh, nailed it. Nope, she's done. Nope. She's nutted up. She's nutted up. No, we blocked her already. Jesus, the Falcon's out of control. She's already covered. She's already covered up. All right. So tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, is our accountability meeting. Join the amazing Swole fam tomorrow. And join tonight. Join tonight because you can get access to it for less than $3. We go live in the private Facebook group. It's up in Swole TV. It's going to be fire, new releases. But the big shit is next week. Next week. Oh my God, it's next week. This is going to be epic. Swole New Year, Wednesday, December 30th. Time to be announced. We'll announce that this week. And I'm super stoked. Wednesday. So almost time. Almost time for the Swole Year release party. Oh my God. And the best part is going to be, we are going to be announcing and just going over all the amazing releases this past year. So we're going to go over all the stuff we released. So if you're brand new, you're going to see what Papa and the Swole fam do in a year. If you thought this year, like, oh, we had some releases, released some new yoga classes. Oh yeah. You're going to see, we go over literally everything we released and you realize, wow. It's like a little recap, year in review, plus the major releases that drops this year. 2021 is going to shit all over. It's going to shit all over 2020. It's going to shit all over it. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting. Join now. That way we can get you approved into the group before we go live, 12 noon Eastern time for 1690. Priority access. Swole fam. Accountability meeting tomorrow. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Yeah, boy. Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had a bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like.
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No,